extraordinary. It's the time of year that I love nothing more than to break out my turquoise jewelry. But when you talk about Sleeping Beauty turquoise, you are now looking at really what has become the standard of excellence for many people in turquoise, because look at that robin's egg blue. Look at how clean and bright it is. And to do it in this cushion cut tennis bracelet is amazing. It's awesome, and I have it for the first order of the year. So now is when I have the quantities. You can get it. Do not wait, because people love to break out turquoise in summertime. A little bit of sun-kissed skin. You wear your corals and your whites. Nothing looks sharper. This is 5 easy payments today for you of either $99 or $117, because you will have to make a choice in terms of size. So your smallest size is 6 3/4. Then we have the 7 1/4. And then for your larger wrists, 8-inch. We are at a feature price, which means you are getting a savings anywhere from $40 to almost $50, but feature prices do not last forever. So lock in your savings now by ordering this today. So amazing, because to get this many stones of this, clarity, and to even do it now because it's a mine that's closed in Arizona, it's extraordinary we're able to bring a piece like this in right now.
To have this many stones in Sleeping Beauty. We continue to say the Sleeping Beauty mine has been closed since summer of 2012, which is true, but people had buckets of turquoise. And look at here. Here you can see why it's called Sleeping Beauty. Number one, look how beautiful she is laying on her back, but then also you see the color of the sky, and that's what it's often compared to. Beautiful. Look at the nuggets, beautiful color. That's what we start. I brought one of the nuggets here with me because today, people come in and say, with a parcel of turquoise, and you'll look at it and you'll say, well, it's beautiful. It's a Sleeping Beauty color, but is it really from Sleeping Beauty mines? And they'll say, well, of course. And I say, well, show us the rough, because you can never tell, you cannot really tell where the turquoise came from once it's polished. You have to start with the rough. And that's why we always start with the rough stone. If we don't have the rough stone, then we don't do it. And look at it. This is a natural Sleeping Beauty turquoise. What they do is they just polish an edge of it so you can see the true color of it. And that shows you this is genuine, natural Sleeping Beauty turquoise right out of the ground. And if our supplier doesn't come to us with the rough first,
we won't buy it,
because you don't know. You don't know for sure whether it's Sleeping Beauty. So when you see a bracelet like this, you think, wow, it has to be Sleeping Beauty. Well, yes, this is Sleeping Beauty, because you know what? We started with the rough. We cut every single stone. And look at the matching here. Look how beautiful it is, every single stone. Another little secret is the back. Look at the back of the turquoise. The back of the turquoise should be just as beautiful in that same great color as the front of the turquoise. Look at that. Look at the color.
Look how,
to have this many this many of the same color and the same quality is almost unheard of today. And like I said, you know what? Sometimes we find large pieces of rough. Sometimes we find small pieces of rough. We cut every single stone, and we never really know what we're going to have until they're cut. And then once they're cut, then we design the piece around that.
Look how fluid this is. It really drapes beautifully over the wrist. As you can see, peace of mind. We give you that hidden box closure with the double figure 8 safety catches on there. So all you're going to do is when you unhook them, like I already did here, you'll be able to pop that open. But then when you put it together on your wrist, close those up. You don't have to worry about this slipping off. Great with t-shirt and jeans. Great. I mean, when I picked out the coral jumpsuit today, I did it specifically because I knew I was going to have Sleeping Beauty turquoise. It just pops. It's mesmerizing, no matrix, and it's just blue stone after blue stone. And I believe this is the only cushion cut Sleeping Beauty turquoise bracelet in the entire collection.
Well, we have so few bracelets, number one, because to have this many stones in Sleeping Beauty today is almost unheard of. But we were lucky enough to find a group of rough. There were smaller nuggets, so we could cut smaller stones, but we could cut a good number of stones. And you can see, we started to say, okay, should we do a 5-stone ring, which would have been beautiful, and we could have done a lot of them. But we thought, you know what, rarely do we have enough stones of the same quality, the same shape, and the same size. We said we have to do a bracelet.
And I'm so glad you did, because especially in the tennis style bracelet, we've been pushing for so long now, tennis bracelets, exquisite jewelry, your beautiful pieces, make them your everyday pieces. Don't just let them sit in your jewelry box and wait for a special occasion, because I don't know, I've got kids now. Those special occasions come maybe twice a year, an anniversary, and then it just so happened to be my boss's 40th anniversary. So I got dressed up to go out. So wear this every day. And with turquoise and we stress wear your diamond tennis bracelet every day, but especially with the turquoise, how beautiful, how just classic and clean it is. You wear this to the backyard barbecues. You can wear this when you're sightseeing on that dream vacation that you've been planning for years. You wear it to work. Look at how beautiful it looks up against a little bit of your sun-kissed skin, in summertime. I just want to show you two here. That this is another turquoise piece coming up later in the show. This is a Kingman turquoise.
Look at the blue color. Spectacular. Look at the two blues together.
That's what I think is a knockout. You can wear your kind of more earthy matrix turquoise along with the clean of the Sleeping Beauty. But I would love to imagine, it would be a stressful day. I'm wearing this piece and I look down and I just transform myself to the desert, to Arizona, looking up in that sky. That's a cloudless day. That is the blue sky I would imagine seeing.
Look how beautiful it is. I know. We haven't had many sunny skies around here lately.
No, we have
with
not,
all this
sir.
rain, so it's kind of nice. It makes you smile and makes you sunny. And I'm glad you showed the clasp because it really is a designer clasp. It's very, very secure. It's large. And once again, this is a very important bracelet. So we wanted to do an important clasp as well. So when you do click it, make sure you hear that click because you want it good and secure. And then, of course, we put the double 8 on there, so you really have it secure. But again, look how fluid it is. Look how very, very comfortable it is. But of course, the star here is the Sleeping Beauty. Absolutely incredible quality. One of these days, unfortunately, I'm going to have to come on air and say, you know what? We found no Sleeping Beauty this year.
You think that'll happen?
Absolutely,
Sooner
it'll happen.
rather than later,
well,
huh?
This year in Tucson, we didn't find a single stone.
When you were out at the
Sleeping
fair?
Beauty at the Tucson
Nothing.
Gem Show, not a single thing. We have a great collector, though, that we love that has been collecting it for over 30 years.
Oh, he's been holding on
And he's been holding on to it. So occasionally, he'll call us up and he'll say, all right, I've got a bucket. I'm willing to give up. Come and look at it. We'll go. We'll look at it. It'll be this incredible color of Sleeping Beauty turquoise. Very, very clean, sky blue. We'll say, all right, let's cut every single stone. And we don't know really what we're going to get.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? We were lucky enough here that he had smaller rough. But look at the quality. That is the finest color of Sleeping Beauty turquoise.
Well, please, if you love Sleeping Beauty turquoise, if you want to try it for this first time, this is the piece to do it because, you just heard Peyton say this may be something we'll never be able to reorder, redesign, and bring back again because the inventory is not there. And if we did, the price would be more expensive because as the quantity gets lower, the stock out there, of course, everybody wants to drive up the price higher. Look at the retail value. We are far below that. We're at a feature price, which is saving you $40 up to almost $50, and we're on 5 easy payments. I need to give you an update because one of the sizes is almost gone. So your smallest size, the 6 3/4, which a day our beautiful model is wearing, I have fewer than 3 dozen to go around, and that is it. And we just got our first order of the year. The 7 1/4, less than 100 to go around, and in the 8-inch, about 5 dozen. And if you're sitting there thinking, well, I don't know, I never seen it before, it's probably looks better on TV. Guess what? We have a 30-day love it or return it guarantee on everything here at QVC. So get this home, put it on your wrist, see how it feels because it has weight to it too. I mean, you have a lot of sterling silver there and these nice chunky like cushion cut stones. It feels really good. If you don't fall in love with it, send it back, no questions asked. But at this price, the fact that we have it now, the fact that it plays well with anything, whether this was a watch I had on instead of the Kingman here.
That'd be great with a watch.
Don't you think?
What a great idea.
Absolutely. And whether you love to wear, you're more of a 14 karat gold gal or 18 karat gold gal, I would still say because most of this is predominantly the beautiful blue color, the silver just a touch there on site that I think it would play well mixing your metals. I think this is just the right bracelet to do that. Especially if your watch happened to have, touches of gold in it as well. Do not be worried about that. And just so you know, again, in terms of quality, these are constructed just like a real diamond tennis bracelet. You know, you've got the hidden box closure. It's intricately put together, so you will not be disappointed. And I just think it's absolutely exquisite piece. This is affordable luxury. This is a bracelet that will always be in perfect taste. And you know what? Why not indulge yourself and treat yourself to something that will never go out of style?
Right, exactly. And you know what? You know, old Persian turquoise is what's considered the finest turquoise.
Old
Persian,
okay.
and we call it old Persian because there is no more.
Well, there you go.
So if you ever find it, it's old.
Okay, and then you're going to pay a mortgage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And today, this is considered the quality and the level of Persian turquoise because you don't find it anymore. And you know what? Eventually, is it going to be a year from now? Is it going to be 5 years from now? Nobody knows, you know. But it is definitely going to run out because they are not going to reopen the mine now.
Oh, so sad to think about that. So really, it makes you want to have something like this more. It's so beautiful. Again, any occasion, special. Every day. It's a piece that you don't have to ever worry about what's going to go with it, and it just looks extraordinary on. It's that burst of blue, and when people see Sleeping Beauty for the first time, because this isn't something that, you know, I have seen at the retail stores in the mall. I don't see this purity, this robin's egg, this blue, this hypnotic blue. So when I saw it the first time, and when my family and friends see this on me for the first time, it is mesmerizing. It is, where did you get this? What is this? And you just have this beautiful story to tell in terms of where it comes from, that it's here in America, and also that, you know, it is now becoming this rare gem because it just won't be around anymore. And I think it's just a special piece to own.
Well, and I think, you know, it's important because you know it is Sleeping Beauty turquoise. You know, when you start with the rough stone, you know, like we have here, you guaranteed that this is Sleeping Beauty. Once it's cut, even the Gemological Institute of America can't tell you that which mine it comes from. It has to start with the rough stone. And look at the way it's matched. Look at every one of those stones. Perfect. You know what? Always look at the back if you can, because that's really what you want to see. You want to see it's just as beautiful on the back. And look at the color. And look at the cleanliness of each stone. That shows you the purity of this Sleeping Beauty turquoise.
Yeah, it's a beautiful piece. The 6 3/4, my small size, is not going to last this show. I have less than a dozen to go around. The 7 1/4, less than 5 dozen. So please, again, you will not be disappointed. Get it on that easy pay, $99 to $117 a month to own that beautiful piece, J55208. My pick of the show for your cushion cut tennis bracelet. Also available, I've been, you know, maybe you've seen them flashing for my ears, right? Oh, you have.